starting with the Collision match, the opening match, the Texas Deathmatch was awesome. I came on here and was looking around thinking, all right, why is he doing this retirement angle? I said this maybe less than 24 hours before this match. Then I sat and watched the match. I was like, oh no, this was fantastic.
Yeah, as I was watching that match that Saturday, I was like, damn, Phil and I were on some bullshit earlier today talking about Chris Daniel. We're like, oh, why would Hangman be locked into this? It doesn't make a lot of sense. So they start telling the story, a little bit of backstory. Then they get to the match, and there's barbed wire. It's like Chris Daniels is gushing blood like minutes into the match. They're on fire jacks. Hangman is, like you said, just like the character of this show, like the main
Yes.
character. He feels like it. He looks like it. He wrestles like it. Like his intensity of like, damn, do you really want to kill Christopher Daniels? Like, what did he do to you? Like, you are angry right now. You got barbed wire in his mouth. You're just like destroying his body, putting him in all kind of compromising positions. And Chris Daniels is like legit fighting for his life to get back into this match. Like, just a really great story. So I'm loving the story of Hangman absorbing the Angel's wings and like, this is mine now. Like, I'm taking this from you as I take the rest of your superpowers away from you as a wrestler.
Yeah, this match was very good. And I think the story around the match was even better. Of course, the Texas Death Match has become Hangman's signature match at this point. He was very, very violent in this match. Christopher Daniels several times kept trying to come back and show you he still got it. BME still looks like one of the greatest moonsaults you've ever seen.
That sandwich, that was crazy.
Yeah, he still looked great. The flatliner into the Koji clutch still hits. He hit a lot of greatest hits in this match. He looked fantastic. This was a great send off for him if this is his last match. But yeah, Hangman was trying to kill this guy.
I was like, yo, what's up with Hangman? Like, we're supposed to be having this nice, happy-go-lucky, like, Chris Daniels is on the send-off, and Hangman's like, nah, I'm gonna kill this fool. Like, I don't care. Yes. Like, I want him to bleed to death here on this show. Christopher Daniels is crazy. I think he's 54 years old. He's saying that this was his last match ever, but the way that he was working, like, you could work for like, you could, if that minimum 5 more years if you really wanted to, but like to bow out at this point with a match like that, one of your maybe top 10 greatest matches of your career as your last match, like, what a way to go.
Yeah. The ending stretch of this match, there were several disgusting things with the barbed wire, the table spots, but that buckshot he hit him with at the end, where he just hits him in the back of his neck and he just falls flat and just like sells it like death. I was like, oh my God. I think he's done. I don't think you need to touch him again. And then he proceeds to like stand over and hover over him like, yeah, you better not get up. Like, you better not get up.
I was like, what's up with Hangman? No, but no, that buckshot to the back of the neck, dude, that was like, all right, dog, leave him alone. Filthy. He's already dead, dude. Let him die in peace because you're trying to kill them. Disgusting. The buckshot lariat, the regular one, is one of the most hard, disgusting, angry finishers. And to the back of an unsuspecting wrestler, dangerous.
Yeah, that looked nasty. And then he walked away. I loved the camera shot of him walking away. It mirrored the shot from at the end of All Out where he gets to the top of the ramp and he second guesses himself. And you know, I thought because it looked very similar to that shot that he was going to do the same thing, show a little remorse and then walk away. No, he went right back down there and hit this guy with Angel's wing and then walked away.
I told you the Angel's wings was like, this is mine now. Like, I'm going to hit you with this because I'm taking this. Like, this is the last time you're ever going to see this move because you're taking it. It's mine. I loved it.
Yeah, I love the story arc of him having to escalate with every Texas death match he's been in. And then he gets into this match with a guy that is really not ready to be in this world with him. And he just like completely annihilates him. And in a moment where he should feel bad for beating this 54-year-old man like this, and because he's been through all of this stuff with Hangman, not Hangman, but Swerve and all these other people, he's just like, No, I did what I needed to do to win this match. He challenged me to this match. He didn't know what he was getting into, and I put him away. And so then you get the stuff on Wednesday where he comes out, does the angel wings, and you're like, man, you've learned nothing. Christopher Daniels gives us the official announcement that his doctor told him he should not wrestle again. That would have been his last match. And then he says, you're my friend. I just wanted to help you. And you could see in him the reaction I thought we were going to get Saturday, where he felt remorseful, like, no, this guy's really my friend, and I took something away from him. He's not going to be able to wrestle. And it's the thing that he's been doing since the Swerve feud. At the end of this, he took it too far, and he didn't realize he took it too far with Swerve. And in this moment, he realized, I took this too far. And when the camera tried to come to him, he pushed the camera away and went away. I thought that was very interesting. And then you tie that with the Max stuff. I definitely think this is heading towards Hangman turning face.
This is definitely the Hangman redemption story being told here. I love that conflicting moment that you described of in the Swerve feud and attached post that with Jay White. He's taking his foot off the gas in a lot of these matches and a lot of these moments to try to, maybe he's going over or he's too emotionally invested. And so in this match, he's like, I'm not taking my foot off the gas. Like you said, Chris Daniels wasn't really prepared to be in this war with you, bloody and fighting for his life. And Hangman's like, you got here. We're here now. This is my match. When it gets to this point, I have to go 100. And he went 100 and it was dangerous. But like, that story of him being like, if I have an opportunity now, I can never take my foot off the gas because Swerve was right there to get me and all these people, Jay White was in there to compromise on the moment. But also that Christopher Daniels immediately coming in and being like, dude, I know what you're doing. I know that these people drove you over the edge, but what you did specifically to me is I'll never wrestle again. So like, thanks.
Yeah.
Great story.
Great story. Great character work again from Hangman. Like his facial expressions during that segment were great. Really, really good stuff. And again, I do think this is heading towards a face turn. I'm very much glad that it looks like, because Max came down and he addressed Jarrett again. Jarrett earlier in the night had a change of heart with the way that he spoke to Max the week before. And then Hangman came out and was basically like, get out of my ring. That seemed to tell me that we're eventually going to move forward with Hangman versus Max. And that is a relief. I hope I'm not misreading that. I hope that that's where this is going, because I don't think any of us want to see this Jarrett and Max thing make it all the way to the pay-per-view. If I'm AEW, your next pay-per-view match for Max should be Hangman.
Woo, we took a big step there, Philip Lindsay. I was nervous after that promo that these brothers engaged in where they said some vile things to each other. I was like, you know what? Forget the Death Riders. We got to wrap this up. Like, I fucks with you, Jeff Jarrett, but like, I don't know if this is really the time and the place. And so this week for them both to kind of come out and be like, I know we talked a lot of shit about each other, but I'm trying to move on, essentially, is what it felt like. Like, I don't like immediately how Jeff Jarrett was like, well, fuck Max, I'm going to be the world champion. It's like, no, that's maybe not the idea, but I see what you guys are going in that direction. But yeah, the Hangman and Max little stare down, AEW rarely does those where they don't mean anything. And so for that to happen, and at that moment with Hangman and his thoughts and changing views, and Max just needs something. Like I said, the thing that I was angry about with Jeff Jarrett, like Max needs to be engaged with another top star, and they need to be both establishing who's the best in AEW. And there's no other top star that he could be engaged with right now better than Hangman Page. Like, that's a perfect transition for both of them.
Yeah, I think this rematch has been overdue. I think they've stayed away from each other long enough that you can come back now and get a good feud out of this.
Yep.
And if you are gonna turn Hangman babyface, Max makes the perfect sense. Like, people, first of all, people love Hangman.
They do.
So that's just first. People want.
He was a cool heel for most of the time, anyways.
Yeah, people want to cheer for Hangman anyway. But when you put him out there with Max, Max is going to get heat, and people are going to cheer for Hangman.